Schembechler fits the mold. He's loyal to Michigan. He's a Michigan man. He's been a coach. He's strong, and that's the kind of guy that has to be an athletic director.
Now down toward 5 seconds on the shot clock. Seton Hall will have to hurry. Morton will go one-on-one, up high, short. Michigan's ball. They've got an opportunity here now to win it. They've got to hurry. 5 seconds. Robinson goes in a foul call with 3 seconds. A foul against Seton Hall with 3 seconds.
Brent, that's the play that Michigan had been waiting for a long time. Keep the ball in Ramil Robinson's hands. Make Seton Hall make the play. Not much of a foul, but Green did hit him.
It's a 1-and-1. He'll shoot the front end right here and get a second free throw if successful. Griffin, who was a defensive standout, with a word of encouragement for his teammate.
Now you see Steve Fisher wanting all his men off the lane. PJ, on the other hand, is going to want the ball up to half court and call a timeout.
He only has 3 seconds, though, Billy. He might have done something in that timeout before so that they go with a long pass here. Let's see what happens on the free throw. Michigan leads it. Here they come. Not too far from that Space Needle here in Seattle. Michigan only 3 seconds away from claiming its first ever national championship and becoming the first team to win both the Rose Bowl and the NCAA in 1 year. Now, after the timeout, Fisher will deploy a taller man, Mills, against Ramos. He knows that P.J. Carlesimo cannot change. He's out of timeouts. So Fisher comes up with a big move after that timeout. They're going to have to get the ball over Mills, who will try to harass the big man on the throw-in.
Really like that strategy, Brent. Steve Fisher doing all the right things in this particular ball game. Segan Mills makes it tough to throw the line drive pass.
Starts when touch. Long pass. Walker and Green battle. Walker fires up. It's over. Michigan has won a national championship. And for the 3rd time in the last 8 games, it has been decided by 1 point. The Wolverines win an NCAA title over Seton Hall, a tough opponent all the way. We are down here with Coach Fisher and a happy group of Wolverines. Coach, just a tremendous emotional game tonight. I know you were on a roller coaster all night long. Your thoughts now about what you've been through with this group of athletes?
I am the happiest man alive right now, Brent. I'm just so proud of every one of them. And Ramil is such a gutsy kid. And you can go back to Wisconsin when he missed 2 free throws with 8 seconds to go, 1 point behind. He came out after that for like 2 weeks straight and shot 100 every night. He told me, he said, Coach, I'm going to make those the next time. I rebounded for him. I rebounded.
You went on that line. It was all there. I saw after you hit that first when you turned, threw that fist up in the air. What did it feel like to know that maybe you had won that national championship?
Well, it felt so wonderful. Wisconsin let the team down because I missed 2 a one-on-one. And I just didn't want to let them down this time. They played a great game, though.
Glenn Rice, in the first half, you were penetrating an awful lot down into the hoop. The second half, you weren't. Were you kind of worn out?
No, I wasn't worn out, no. I figured I was taking the game too much to myself, and I wanted to get the other guys into the game. And, I knew I couldn't win just by shooting the ball all the time. You got to get the other guys into the game.
We got some of the game, particularly Glenn Rice.
Coach, on the last time out, you elected to go back with Mills to pressure Ramos. Why did you make the change?
Well, we wanted a big guy up on the ball. We said, let's come out, see what they're set in. Terry, you go back to midcourt like we're not going to guard the ball, but we intended to guard the ball all along.
Coach Fisher, I think we'll be able to replace that interim tag sometime soon. Let's go hear from Leslie Visser and Bo Schembechler.
Bo, it's an emotional moment, but what are your plans for the head job at Michigan?
Well, we'll go back and I think we ought to interview Steve Fisher, and we'll certainly do that. It's a great day for Michigan, our first national championship, and the team was magnificent. Steve Fisher did a great job.
That's great. Congratulations to you and to Steve Fisher. Back to you.
Thank you.
All right, Leslie Visser, the decade of the 80s has been a decade of championship classics. No better way to close out the 80s than this overtime classic tonight at the Kingdom. Back in a moment. And right now, let's go down to the floor for the award presentation with the public address announcer, Frank Fallon.
Your attention, please, to present the championship awards tonight, the chairman of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Committee, Mr. Cedric Dempsey.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Division I Men's Basketball Committee, I am privileged to present the 1989 championship trophy to the University of Michigan and the head coach, Steve Fisher.
I proudly accept this championship trophy on behalf of these 15 players and on our entire fans and everybody back in Ann Arbor in the state of Michigan. Thank you very much.
Steve Fisher becomes the most famous fill-in from the University of Michigan since Gerald Ford. We'll be back right after this.